Here is my favorite definition of mindfulness. It is the ability to know what is happening in your head at any given moment without getting carried away by it or acting out on it. I wish I'd said that, but actually it was psychologist Dan Harris in his book Inhabit the Thought. The classic definition comes from John Kabat-Zinn, who founded the mindfulness-based stress reduction program. Mindfulness is the awareness that emerges through paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally to the unfolding of experience moment by moment. That's lovely too. But Harris's definition seems like something I want to start on right now. Remember, he says it is the ability to know what is happening in your head at any given moment without getting carried away by it or acting out on it. I want to have that ability. So how do I get that ability, that power over my random thoughts? First, I practice. I practice noticing my thoughts by sitting down and deciding that for 10 or 15 minutes, or maybe just 5 minutes, that I will focus primarily on the breath coming in through my nose and out through my mouth. Okay, sounds easy enough. But what we know from our experience of trying not to worry about something, or from our experience of trying to spend even just 1 minute focusing only on breathing, or only on the image of the clear blue sky, what we know is that the mind goes all over everywhere really fast. So we need to give ourselves a break and not worry about how we start worrying when we're trying to calm our minds. It helps to understand some attitudes that are essential to practicing mindfulness and essential to developing the benefits of mindfulness for the moments of our lives when we find our attention wandering, when we can't focus on the written words in front of us, or when we're facing a difficult situation. So what attitudes am I talking about? They are, and there's 7, non-judging, patience, beginner's mind, trust, non-striving, acceptance, and letting go. If you listen to that list of attitudes, it sounds like a nice way to live. Not being judgmental, being patient, curious, confident, relaxed, aware, and realistic. We can practice living that way by approaching mindfulness that way. Remember Harris's definition? Mindfulness is the ability to know what is happening in your head at any given moment without getting carried away by it or acting out on it. Practice gives us that ability. So I'll talk a bit about each one of the essential attitudes of mindfulness. The first is non-judging. If you were to stop and notice, you might be surprised to realize that your thoughts, everybody's thoughts, are constantly judging, deciding whether something, someone, or we ourselves are good or bad. You can experiment by walking around a block for 5 minutes, taking note of how many times your thoughts are making a judgment call. Here is my mind's journey one afternoon as I walked down a city street. Oh, it's cold, 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 too cold. That girl has cute shoes. Oh, a little dog. It had better not jump on me like my cousin's dog. So slobbery. I want those shoes. I bet her feet hurt, but she'd never admit it. My feet hurt in these old worn-down flats. Ow, ow. How much further do I have to go? It's too cold. Those shoes are cute. I'm going to look online for those shoes. But I have to pay taxes this month. I should have saved more. I should have saved more. I might as well buy those shoes. I'm going to be in debt anyway. I should have saved more. And that wasn't even a whole minute's worth of thought. The main thing for us to acknowledge is that our thoughts are forever unconsciously judging everything. That's what the mind does. However, we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to stop it. We don't have to feel bad that we judge things, because then that leads to more judging. And we just want the ability to know what is happening in our heads at any given moment, right? So I say to myself, interesting. I thought about cold, shoes, dogs, taxes, debt, and shoes. When we sit still and practice noticing our breathing, and then start to think about shoes or dogs or cold, or when will we ever stop doing this mindfulness exercise, we can note whatever arises, call it thought, and go back to the breathing. That's non-judging. Then after a while, when we have non-judging thoughts about others or ourselves, we recognize them more readily. We catch ourselves and move to something more positive. The next attitude of mindfulness is patience. So, I can't schedule for the world? Then fine. I have to understand that life will unfold in its own time, and that there are many things I cannot control. The feelings or reactions of other people, for example. So why even be impatient with myself when I have negative thoughts? After all, I'm having them anyway. I can notice. I can say, well, Eleanor dear, listen to you. Sometimes when our minds wander, the thoughts are pleasant. A memory of playing in the ocean might arise, or we may be anticipating a party we think will be fun. Or sometimes we can get angry just thinking of something. I can be brushing my teeth in the morning and suddenly realize I'm off in some episode from the past thinking, I can't believe she had the nerve to say that to me. I should have said, I'm not a morning person. This happens to me more than I'd like to admit. But I catch myself more quickly now, and I can have a sense of humor about it. Well, yeah, you could have said that, Eleanor, but since you didn't even think of your snappy response until 2 months later, how is that possible? Why not come back to the moment I am currently in? Come back to what is possible.